Because there's so much of their finances tied up in CCP money and in China. And this is why, I think, look, I believe in the free market, but I also believe in protecting the sovereignty of America and American jobs. And I think when Trump gets in there, one of the first pieces of legislation, Aaliyah, they should look at is simply banning Wall Street gangster, bankster, hedge fund investment into the CCP. Because, look, we're funding their government. We're funding our enemy. We can find other things to invest in here in the United States or in Western countries. But the problem is Wall Street keeps investing money there because they get cheap labor, they get a high return. Now, once the CCP seizes their assets, then they'll ask for a bailout, right? So it's like they can't lose because the risk they have in investing there and building factories and manufacturing there is that one day, their economy starts to collapse and they simply seize everything and you can't do anything about it. But then Wall Street will come back to the federal government and cry and whine they're too big to fail, and then they'll get a taxpayer bailout. So they can't lose. That's why the only way you do this thing is to ban investment from Wall Street into anything that has to do with the CCP or the Chinese mainland, and that's the end of it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely, John. I think this is a wonderful point. And the United States must decouple from the Chinese Communist Party at all aspects, culturally, technologically, financially, economically. The CCP's evil and its empowerment was funded by the United States technology, was funded by the U.S. hedge funds and all those people who worked in the Wall Street. These people have been funding the Chinese Communist Party over the past few decades, and the CCP was empowered by these money. And if you look at the Great Firewall that the Chinese Communist Party had built, it was funded by the United States and it was funded by the U.S. technology. The Chinese Communist Party never had the chance to build the firewall on their own. I think we are coming into a very crucial moment that America has to think about, that whether we want to continue to fund your biggest enemy in this world. Remember, CCP had also released the CCP virus, also known as COVID-19, in the past 3 or 4 years, and that has killed more people, millions of people in the United States. As our country continue to willing to fund the biggest enemy and to empower the Chinese Communist Party so that they can weaken the United States? Or are we deciding right now that we want to terminate this relationship, we want to defund the Chinese Communist Party? I think that will become a very crucial question.